Infant attachment differs from adult attachment in that it's the period in which the neurological programming for attachment relationships is developed. Within attachment theory proposed by John Bowlby, a psychiatrist, psychoanalyst, and attachment theorist, attachment means an affectional bond or tie between an individual and an attachment figure. Such bonds may be reciprocal between two adults, but between a child and a caregiver, these bonds are based on the child's need for safety, security, and protection, paramount in infancy and childhood. The theory says that children attach to carers instinctively, for the purpose of survival, including physical, social, and emotional development. He believes that attachments were innate, so the need to form this initial bond should be genetic and as a result experienced by the infants of every culture. However, the kind of attachment formed may vary between societies and between cultures, depending upon the child-rearing techniques seen most desirable within that community. This section looks at different patterns of attachment found in other cultures and possible explanations for the differences. Ainsworth carried out most of her research in the USA, but others have found broad agreement with her findings in other parts of the world. Van Eysendorn and Kroonenberg carried out a meta-analysis combining the findings of 32 other studies of the strange situation from a variety of countries and based on the observation of over 2,000 children. The most notable finding was the similarity in types of attachment across most countries. Secure attachment is the norm in the overwhelming majority of cultures. However, in Table 1.2, 3 countries stood out from the rest: Israel, Germany, and Japan. Germany has a high percentage of avoidant attachments, and both Israel and Japan a much higher and normal percentage of resistant. Israeli children were reared in a kibbutz, so were used to being separated from their mother. As a result, they do not show anxiety when their mother leaves. However, they are not used to strangers, so get distressed when left alone with the stranger. This explains the high percentage of resistant behavior.